Alright, good morning everybody. Weekly update time. See, everything's steadily getting bigger. I took all the cages off of everything. They're big enough to where they don't need that. A couple of them I thought might, but they'll be okay. Right here's my new addition. This one is Chenzo. I don't know if any of the pods are starting to ripen yet. They'll turn red eventually, but you can see there's a few. I wouldn't mind overwintering this one. I should say these ones, because there's 3 plants. 1, 2, and 3. In any case, here's my Eximium number 2. I moved it because my red 7 pot I decided needed a little more sun than way back here. But you can see the flowers are open, but they got 8 petaled flowers. So that's how I was able to tell, I guess, the difference between them and the white and the more domestic varieties. A few of these plants, including that one, this one, that's a Peruvian purple. A couple of the Zaveries, my Aribibi Gusano and my Yellow Bullet and Cantina Yellow, got a little bit of scald because we had a hailstorm the other day, so I ran out and threw a tarp over whatever plants I could possibly cover, and forgot to come and take it off for a few hours, and it was sunny again, and it baked a few of the top leaves on some of them. Zavery finally's got some flowers. I pollinated those yesterday, so hopefully I'll get some pods in that in the next month or so. Anaheim's steadily getting bigger. That one pod right here, that's pretty small, but another flower. My red Aribibi Gusanos finally got a bunch of flowers. Oh. And there's one of the casualties of the hailstorm. Yellow Bullet, and you can see the pods right here. They're not going to get much bigger than this. There's a lot of them on here. Ooh, there's the big boys. This is about as big as they get. It might have been a tiny bit bigger, but my Aribibi Gusanos, they got hit by the baking, but they're quite prolific, and also it was a really good plant. So you can see down in here there's quite a few right there. This is probably the biggest one. Cantina Yellow, Nagabon still hasn't quite opened. This one's almost open, but it's got a lot of buds on it now, and it's a pretty big plant. And this one's the unknown Chinense frutescens from Baker's Peppers. So that's got a lot of pods on it. Pretty good size for how soon ago it was that they didn't have any. So yeah, my CGN 21500s got a lot of pods on them. There's 4 in a cluster here. Tobago seasoning. I don't know what's gonna happen to this one, but this one's getting bigger, which is cool to see. I don't know if I'll get any pods off it, but here's my peach butt, looking really nice. Small, but looking good, coming along. And then there's another one right here. There's a few pods on this that are pretty small yet, but at least it's growing. And then there's my yellow-orange bird pepper, which is ridiculously tall. It's leafy too, which I'm kind of surprised at considering how comparatively spindly it is. It's got a ton of leaves. I don't think I ever topped this one. White butts, I'm convinced these are 2 different varieties, because this plant right here, all the flowers look like this. The yellow in the middle. And all of these ones on this other plant here, they're purple or blue. So that's my 2 cents on that. They look like they're different plants. My wife said that she thought that this one just looked healthier or that the leaves were shinier, but you can see this compared to this. The leaves on this one are a little bit narrower. These ones tend to be a little more glossy, yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily because they're healthier. I think it's because it's a different trait coming out that's not indicative of a stable variety. And same with this one. Got the ribbing on it. So these two look like the same. White Vitalis. I just wanted to showcase that with the white butt. Bikino right here. Got a few pods. This is about as big as they get. They might get a little bit bigger, but that's just about full-size pods for these ones. Don't know how long it'll be before they start ripening, but there's got a few flowers under there. Here's my nursery habanero. There's the big pod. It's small yet, but steadily getting bigger. Here's my Jamaican hot chocolate. Look at how many little branches off this one had. The leaves were looking funky for quite some time, so I decided to cut it all back. We'll see if I get anything out of it, but Pimenta Donade, pretty outrageously tall now. The other one's pretty tall too, but not quite as much. And actually this one lost a branch to the hailstorm. Bird's Eyes, Thinking or an Annuum, 5-petaled flower. I'll have to look up the determinants as far as telling the flowers apart of the different species. Some of them look similar, but the Bird's Eye's got some open flowers / small pods on them now, so I'm pretty geeked about that. I like the flavor of those ones. I don't know if they're a true Bird's Eye, but they looked close enough for my tastes. And here's the Corycidicame, the smaller one. And then there's the outrageous amount of pods. There's a big one right here. From what I found out online, they get about that big. So not extremely big pods, but here's my pimientos. They got quite a few pods on them now, which is exciting news for me. I liked these ones. And then there's the bigger pods. Still small, but Rocoto flower and another one. So we'll see if I get some Rocoto pods. These plants, I'm still amazed at how quickly and how ridiculously they bounced back from almost dying. No, I didn't lose one. The other one's still really small though, up on the hill. And here's my TC07246, which has some small pods on it and a few open flowers yet. It's a 6-petaled flower. Here's my Chacoense, looking a lot better. And there's the buds that haven't opened yet on that one. And on this one. So cool on that. Red 7 has a bit of flowers. My other Eximium does have some pods on it, and no, that one I just peeled the flower petals off of. They were dead. So, and then there's another one. So good look on that one. Lemon drops are growing together nicely. A lot of pods, as you can see. They'll get a little bit bigger than this. Some of them will get a lot bit bigger, I think. But nothing going on yet with the ripening process. And then there's my Ahicito, still hasn't opened, but you can see there's a lot of flower buds. So I think once that those start opening up, it's going to be like the lemon drop. It's just going to just blow up with pods. Tio starting to turn black, and then they will turn vibrant red when they're fully ripe. This one's another one that's, I don't know if you can really see how many pods there are because they're so small, it's hard to see them. But in any case, there's a lot in there. Same thing with my Apache. This is a pretty small plant, but it's got a ton of chilies on it. You can see those all sticking up straight up in the bird style. Monkey face, still lagging, but it's got a lot of buds on it, ready to just bloom out. My unknown, which I think may be a chocolate wood Jalokia still, but we'll see if I get even one pod off of it. Hopefully I do. Peruvian purple, got some pods that are pretty small yet, but coming along. Oh, this one's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Yeah. Elephant's trunk steadily producing. Got a few open flowers. Here's the big one. It's a pretty good sized pod. They'll get bigger than this. I'm not sure if mine will, but I know that they do based on the seeds I got that from, that I started this plant. Purple cayenne. A lot of pods. And there's the other one, which is actually taller than its brother there now. Bishop's crown. Got a few buds on it yet. Nothing opened, but I'm hoping to get some pods off of this by the time all is said and done, because I've heard good things about the flavor. Purple UFOs podding up very nicely. Hungarian black. I did have a flower that was open on there, but my dog, he likes to eat flowers, and he came in here, and before I knew what was going on, he had sniped the fucking thing. There's the yellow or orange sweet pepper flower. Cheyenne, kicking them out. So yeah, there we are. I'll see you in a few minutes over at the other locations. Alright, it's going to be a quick one. Here's my Rakoto. And the Apache throwing out some pods. Cool. Nursery habanero. Throwing out a lot of flowers that are falling off. Just like the one at my house. Yellow orange bird pepper. Cantina yellow. Let's get a look at that pod. Ooh, look at it. It's getting big. And you can see all the blackness. So the teal pods are already possibly gonna get ripe. Cool. Alright, see you at my mom's. There you go. Alright, here we are. Quick video this evening on my mom and stepdad's. You can see the lemon drop there doing ridiculous. Ahicito's got a lot of buds on it, but nothing opened yet. That's okay. Tio, Tasmanian red, got hit by something. We'll see if she makes her. Cheyenne as well, but the pods are still doing well. Hey Steve, did you see this on this one?
Oh, nice.
And then there's a fourth one. There's 3 on this side that are all around that same size. There's a 4th one here, and a bunch more flowers ready to go. Okay, and here's
I guess they're not really that big, and I've noticed that too. I wonder
RABB Gustano.
the shock of not being started in this pH soil, you know, the pH of this soil, and because these all started from seed or came right from whatever, right in it.
Yep.
You grow yours for quite a while in a different soil, and look, that's all seed and that's all growing great too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it might have to do with the pH of the soil. Here's the Lone Congo orange pod that I've found, doing quite well. We'll see how it goes as it progresses. Bikino, got quite a few pods on it under there. Lemon Drops also got one that's pretty close to, I think it's starting to ripen because it's darkening. Monkey Face, Bishop's Crown, and Ahi Crystal, CGN. I believe that's the Amazon here. Still nothing on it that I can see. Leaves got hit by that same thing. Jamaican Hot Chocolate's got one flower on it. Manzano, the flowers keep falling off of it. Yellow Bullet. I'm not sure if there are any pods on it yet. Oh yeah, there's one. Bam. Manzano got hit by a little something too. So all the flowers keep falling off.
I'm kind of curious what's going to happen.
And Maruga also got hit, so. Peach Butto got tons of flowers opened up. And a pod somewhere under here. Yeah, here it is. Nagabon, no open flowers yet. And Red 7 and the White Butt, pollinated flowers on those. And so there we are. Okay, well, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.